Hey everyone, welcome back to Edgeverse. Or if you're new here, welcome. Today we're diving into something that happens to every single one of us every single night. Yet most of us have no idea how powerful it actually is. You spend about 1/3 of your life doing it. It feels totally random. Sometimes it's terrifying, sometimes it's beautiful, and sometimes it hands you the solution to a problem you've been stuck on for weeks. I'm talking about dreams. But here's the crazy part. New science from the last 2 to 3 years has completely flipped everything we thought we knew. Dreams aren't random noise. They're not meaningless stories your brain makes up because it's bored. They are highly organized, nightly rehearsals that consolidate your memories, regulate your emotions, simulate real-life threats, and, yes, help you solve creative problems while you're fast asleep. And by 2026, we might actually be able to watch your dreams on a screen. Stick with me because by the end, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. Let's go. First, let's kill the oldest myth in the book, the idea that dreams are just random static. Back in the 1970s, two Harvard researchers, Hobson and McCarley, came out with the activation synthesis theory. Basically, your brainstem fires random signals in REM sleep. Then your cortex tries to make a story out of the chaos. Then boom, you get weird dreams. That idea dominated textbooks for decades. But 2024 and 2025 papers, one in Science Advances, another in Nature Communications, just blew it out of the water. Researchers used cutting-edge tools, 2-photon imaging in mice, high-density EEG in humans, even built a massive database of 2,600 dream reports from 505 people. What did they find? REM sleep isn't chaos. It's a precise recalibration of your entire neural population. The brain deliberately dials down aperiodic noise, random excitability, so information can flow cleanly between the hippocampus and the neocortex. The more recalibration happens overnight, the better you remember what you learned the day before. They could literally predict memory performance the next day just by looking at how clean someone's REM sleep was. And here's the bigger shock. Vivid dreaming doesn't only happen in REM. When the researchers looked across the whole night, they found that anytime slow waves in your brain get small and shallow, even in deep non-REM sleep, you can suddenly have a full-blown conscious dream. In other words, your brain is dreaming almost any time it's not completely shut off. So if dreams aren't random, what are they actually doing for us? Let's go through the 4 biggest jobs science has confirmed. Number 1. Memory consolidation on steroids. You already know sleep helps you remember stuff. But it's not passive. Your hippocampus replays the day's events at 10 to 20 times normal speed during little bursts called sharp wave ripples. Those ripples get perfectly synced with sleep spindles, those 12 to 15 hertz bursts you see on EEG. And that combo shuttles memories into the neocortex for long-term storage. Strong ripples plus strong spindles equals strong memory the next day. Weak or no ripples equals you forget. REM does something different, but equally cool. It seems to act like a curator. It decides which memories are worth keeping and which can fade. And the emotional ones? They get priority seating. That's why you can cram facts all night and still forget them. But you'll never forget your first kiss or that embarrassing moment from 8th grade. Sorry, brain doesn't let you delete those. Number 2. Emotional therapy while you sleep. There's this fascinating theory called threat simulation theory. Been around since 2000, but the evidence just keeps piling up. Our ancestors who dreamed about being chased by lions were better at not dying when it actually happened. So evolution kept the feature. Fast forward to today, traumatized kids have way more threat-heavy dreams. During COVID, people all over the world suddenly started dreaming about unfamiliar people and more negative emotions, exactly when real-world threat went up. But it's not just threat rehearsal. REM sleep turns off norepinephrine, the stress chemical, while keeping acetylcholine high. Translation, you can relive emotional memories without the stomach-drop anxiety. One 2024 study showed people disturbing images, let them sleep, and the ones who dreamed about the images woke up less reactive to them the next day. The more positive the dream version in their dream was, the bigger the emotional detox. Your brain is literally giving itself overnight therapy. Every night, your brain runs one of the most sophisticated simulations on Earth, custom-built for you. Dreams have fascinated humanity for ages. acting as a link between our waking reality and the mysteries of the mind. Contemporary dream research, known as oneirology, investigates the neurophysiology of dreams, developing theories about their function. Dreams primarily occur during REM sleep, marked by brain activity similar to wakefulness, though they can also happen during non-REM sleep. Dreams may play a crucial role in emotional regulation, memory consolidation, and even problem solving. Number 3. Creative problem solving. You've heard stories like Paul McCartney's Yesterday, Melody, or Kekulé discovering the benzene ring in a dream. It turns out it's not just luck. REM sleep is when your brain makes wild new connections, with low prefrontal control and high associative regions. One survey found almost 40% of people have solved a real-life problem in a dream at least once. And the harder you try to solve something before bed, the more likely your sleeping brain keeps working on it. I've started telling myself a problem right before sleep, and half the time I wake up with at least a piece of the answer. Try it. Worst case, you get a weird dream about showing up to work in your underwear. Number 4, and this one blew my mind. Dreams are culturally programmed. Researchers lived with 2 African forager groups, the Bayaka and the Hadza, recording their dreams every morning for months. Western dreams often involve individual anxiety, rarely resolved, while forager dreams, despite real threats, almost always end with community help. This shows the same biology can produce totally different story arcs because culture values community over individual survival. Your dreams aren't just yours. They're shaped by the world you live in. Okay, let's talk about the future because this is where it gets sci-fi fast. Japanese scientists have already decoded simple dream images using fMRI and machine learning. They map brain activity while awake, then feed sleeping brain data into the same model to spit out crude reconstructions of what you were dreaming. Right now, it's basic shapes and objects with around 60 to 70% accuracy, but the roadmap is clear. Better scanners, bigger data sets, more computing power could lead to low-res dream movies by 2026 to 2030. There's even a startup, REM Space, claiming they've sent words from one lucid dreamer's dream to another. Most scientists are skeptical until they see peer-reviewed data, but the fact we're even having this conversation is insane. Lucid dreaming, knowing you're dreaming while it's happening, is already trainable. People who do it a lot have more positive dreams and better mood the next day. Imagine combining lucid dreaming with real-time feedback or gentle stimulation to guide the dream. We're on the edge of that. But here's the dark side, and why 38 dream researchers signed an open letter in 2021 sounding the alarm. If we can record dreams, we can also seed them. Advertisers planting products, governments shifting beliefs. The letter literally says, the potential for misuse is as ominous as it is obvious. Dream privacy might become the next big civil rights battlefield. So what does all this mean for you right now today? 3 practical takeaways you can start tonight. First, keep a dream journal. Seriously, put a notebook or voice recorder by your bed. Write the second you wake up, even if it's 3 a.m. Over weeks, you'll spot recurring themes tied to waking life. Second, if you have a tough problem, do a quick dream incubation. Write the problem on a card, read it a few times before lights out, and gently hold the question in mind as you drift off. Your sleeping brain loves a challenge. Third, if nightmares are ruining your sleep, look into image rehearsal therapy. You literally rewrite the nightmare while awake, rehearse the new version a few times a day, and most people see a huge drop in nightmare frequency. It's one of the most evidence-backed nightmare treatments we have. Final thought. Every night your brain is running one of the most sophisticated simulations on Earth. It's custom-built for you, starring you, directed by your deepest needs, memories, fears, and hopes. It's not just rest. It's maintenance, therapy, rehearsal, and sometimes pure creative genius. So tonight, when you close your eyes, know that something extraordinary is about to begin. And maybe, just maybe, tomorrow morning you'll wake up a little wiser, a little calmer, and a little more creative than you were yesterday. Thanks for spending these minutes with me diving into the wild world of dreams. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What's the craziest or most useful dream you've ever had? Subscribe and hit the bell because next week we're tackling whether we can actually download knowledge into the brain during sleep. Spoiler, the answer is closer to yes than you think. Until then, sweet dreams.